start with magnets and matter. So first let's talk about magnets. As we all know that magnet is generally a kind of material which attracts iron or cobalt or nickel, right? So magnet is generally in 600 BC from the place Magnesia in Greece. There was the invention of magnet. First they were aware and they found out a material called magnet which has few very interesting properties. Generally magnets are material that are made up of iron and oxygen, and the combination of these two, and they are called magnetite. So from the magnetite generally magnets are made. So in 600 BC first in Greece Magnesia the concept of magnets are first found. So we imagine that they are the one who first found out what is called the magnet. So coming to the properties of magnet has basically two very important properties. One of them is the attraction or repulsion property, and second one is directional property. In a sense, generally if you hang a magnet, it would point and it would just rotate and stabilize itself at north-south direction. The geographical north direction, this particular pole is called the North Pole, and in the geographical south direction, the pole of the magnet we name it as South Pole. So that's how we know that magnet has two poles. Not only this, if you try to break a magnet always exists in two poles. If you try further to break it, again it would always exist as two poles. So there is no existence of monopole or single pole. We cannot find a single north pole or a single south pole. It doesn't exist that way. Always magnet exists as a dipole or the two poles, that is north pole and south pole. So between two north pole, if you have another north pole of another magnet and this north pole of another magnet, between two north pole they have a force, and this force is found out to be the repulsive force, means they repulse each other. Whereas the opposite poles, it means south pole and north pole, they attract each other. It means that there is a force of attraction. So either attraction or repulsion is a very, very important property that we find in magnet. The second thing is the directional property. If you hang any magnet and just leave it in a free space, it will always make itself stabilize in north-south direction. Even if you try to make it to turn in different direction, it will always stabilize in north-south direction, and that's how we get to know the proper direction, and this is what is the directional property of magnet. Now coming to another very important property. Now suppose if you take any magnetic object like iron, cobalt or nickel, these are the magnetic object because magnet would attract such object, and suppose you take an iron pieces and you keep it with a magnet. After certain time you see that if you take very small iron pieces and if you let it be with the magnet for a long time, this iron piece also would start to attract other iron pieces. It means that in the presence of a magnet, this iron has acquired this property of magnet, means it has acquired the magnetism, and this is called, this process or this phenomena is called magnetic induction, or this is called magnetic induction, where in the presence of a magnet another this iron pieces, they are acquiring the property of magnet. So this is called magnetic induction. Now if you want to try to see the types of magnet, there are various types of magnet. There are artificial magnets, there are natural magnets. Natural magnets are generally very weak, whereas artificial magnets are very strong. In artificial magnets we have bar magnet, we have different shapes of magnet, we have electromagnet. Through the electricity we try to make it. So this among the various types of magnet, when we see how to convert any material, there are specific few materials which can be converted to a magnet. There are few very simple processes by which you can convert a magnet to a magnetic material to a magnet. Is you must have heard this process names. These are single touch method or double touch method or separate touch method. So these are various methods by which you can convert magnetic material to a magnet. So this is a very general understanding of a magnet. Now we will also know in a specific case where we see that generally a magnet is always existing as a dipole or two poles. So we imagine a magnet with two poles, now suppose north south pole and north pole, and it is in a shape of a bar, and such magnets are called bar magnet. This is a very easily available in our labs and very easy to find. And this type of magnets, which are bar magnet, also they are a very simple dipole. They are example of dipole. So in the further classes we will take bar magnet and we will see how we can calculate the force of attraction or force of repulsion, and what are the various properties of a dipole magnet or a bar magnet.
If you like the video, then press the like button, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon.